Hey, my name is Christian Mendez, and this is the HHS.
Christian, what are you doing? I'm supposed to be filming the intro. Hi, I'm Laurel Heaney, and this is the March edition of our digital HHS magazine.
If I could go anywhere in the world, I'd go to the Pig Islands in the Bahamas because there's pigs and the water is really clear and it's super nice out.
If I could go anywhere on vacation, I would go to Tahiti. I've been there as many years ago, and it's beautiful, and life is laid back, and you operate at a very slower speed. So, Tahiti for me.
If I could go anywhere on vacation, it would be to the Galapagos Islands, South America.
If I could go anywhere in the world, it would definitely be Italy because I love Italian food, I love the culture, I love the architecture, and I'm also have Italian roots and genes, so that would be cool to go and explore. That's for sure.
If I can go on vacation anywhere in the world, I'd go. Where'd I go? I'd go to Yosemite again.
Wow, if I could go anywhere in the world, well, that's a big question because, I got little kids, so I always got to think about that as far as traveling. One thing where I have never been is I would like to go to England, and I would like to certainly see London and all of that. But specifically, I'd like to go to Liverpool and see all of the Beatles stuff, see where the Beatles started and all of that. Probably go to Scotland and Ireland, see the castles. That's always been an interesting place. That I would like to go visit.
Hi, my name is Laurel Heaney. I'm a junior at Healdsburg High School, and if I could go anywhere in the world, I would probably go to like Bali or maybe Spain. I really want to go somewhere tropical and just swim in the ocean and feel free. Yeah.
If I could go anywhere in the world, I'd probably go somewhere in Eastern Europe, somewhere like Amsterdam or Iceland, because I think that they have really beautiful architecture, like road architecture in Amsterdam that I think is very cool. I think just the culture that they have, tulip fields, like all of the environment and windmills they have. I think in Iceland they have a lot of cool like mountains and just like a lot of geological structures that I think are cool. They have incredible like ranges of ice. They have incredible like mud baths. I think just the environment and culture all around those areas in the world, I think would probably be the only place in the world I'd want to travel to.
In the final weeks of last year, December 2022, there were two major surprises in the movie industry. One of these was the previously covered Avatar: The Way of Water with its massive box office intake, while the other was Puss in Boots: The Last Wish, which surprised everyone with its shocking quality. The film, which was released more than 11 years after the original Puss in Boots, which wasn't particularly loved then or now, seemed to have everything going up against it. It also didn't help that it was going up against what was sure to be one of the biggest movies of the year. Despite all this, The Last Wish managed to rake in a load of critical and commercial success. The film has so far grossed more than $442 million at the box office, and has received near unanimous praise from professional critics and audiences alike. In my opinion, the film is an unexpected triumph, with a profound and somewhat mature story and themes, decent jokes, and incredible animation, which seems to take a lot of inspiration from Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse, which was also very popular upon its release. But what do other students think of the movie? Let's find out around the school.
I'm here with...
Emma Hernandez.
And what did you think of the movie?
I thought the animation was really good, but death was honestly kind of scary. Like, I was really scared for Puss in Boots throughout, the entire movie.
I loved it. The animation was really good. I really liked the fat guy. He was super funny.
I thought it was really good. The animation was on point, and the plot was really thought-provoking.
It was actually pretty good. I really liked the animation, and it was a really good story. Like, I walked in thinking it was just going to be a little silly movie, but it ended up being, actually really good and influential.
That's all for now, but until next time, keep watching movies.
Hi, I'm coming to you live from Healdsburg High School, and today I'm going to be talking to some kids about the loss of privilege policy. Let's get into it. All right, I am here with...
Mr. Standifer
And so, Mr. Sandover, you don't know what the loss of privilege is, actually, right?
I do not know.
So, the loss of privilege is basically if you have 4 tardies, you have to get a detention, right?
Yes, that I've heard. Yes.
So, if you don't serve the detention, then you're not able to go to sports games or dances and whatnot.
Okay.
So, basically, we're asking people's opinions on for what, like, loss of privilege, if they think it's a good idea, if it's good for students, it helps them get to class on time more, and, like, what their opinion is on it.
Oh, I see. So that's what that is all about. Well, I got to tell you, I have to agree with it only because people, adults and students, have got to learn some sense of responsibility.
All right, today I am here with
Susanna.
And how do you feel about the loss of privilege, Susanna?
Not a fan, personally. I feel like a lot of people, I'm late like every day. I probably don't have that good of reasons, but I feel like a lot of people, it's like not necessarily their fault that they're late a lot, and if they're consistently late, like that's another issue, and I don't feel like punishing us for that is gonna like benefit anyone.
I think that the incentive of it is in a good spot, and having tardies and having detentions for them is good, but I think that making people miss dances and miss games and stuff like that is stupid, and it just makes people not want to show up to their detentions more.
All right, what do you guys think about our loss of privilege?
I think it's a good idea to hold students accountable for their actions by coming late to school or not serving their detentions. I think it's a good idea.
Yeah, I agree. Tardies and missing class is a big problem at our school, and I think it's good that the administration is trying to address it.
So, Matthew, what do you think about loss of privilege?
I definitely think that it isn't a great way to encourage less tardies, as it just negatively impacts students who sometimes just maybe are struggling to get here on time for various reasons. I definitely think it benefits the school more than it does the actual students, especially student athletes.
I think that the punishments are kind of unnecessary, and people will still be tardy no matter what, and I just don't think that those punishments are really going to incentivize anything.
I think it kind of makes sense, although it seems like the type of person who is like skipping school or skipping detentions won't want to go to like the rallies anyway.
Do you think that there's anything that would incentivize students more to be at school on time?
Well, don't you guys have a raffle thing now or something like that? Yeah, I think that's a great idea. And I just think you guys students need to be told how much we appreciate you for who you are and for being on time.
I don't think so. I think that people are going to be tardy if they're going to be tardy, and there's no stopping it.
I honestly don't know. I think it like depends on the person. But it's definitely not this. Maybe rewarding people who do get to school on time rather than punishing those who don't would probably be a lot more beneficial.
Well, I would definitely say that adding or enforcing a rule for teachers to still count people who are at least 10 minutes late to still be, on time, because I know that I have an actual job, and if I'm there like 1 or 2 minutes late, like I'm not going to get yelled at. But obviously it is a good thing to teach people that in the real world you do need to be punctual.
This whole thing started around tardies, right? So do you think it's been effective in lessening tardies?
No.
Not one bit.
So then what do you think is the point of it now?
The LOP list is created to help enforce the detentions, but the reality is the loss of privilege, whether it be for games or anything, the ticket takers now have to be able to know all the students. Like they have to look on this list and say, Miss Joy is on the loss of privilege list, but they have to know who Miss Joy is. And that's, I think, something that wasn't accounted for.
I think the core of the issue is just making school enjoyable and making kids want to come and learn and not like a chore and something that they have to do.
Mm-hmm. Perfect. Thank you, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.
My name is Mark Dominichelli. I'm the head baseball coach at Healdsburg High School, 2023. Looking forward to a great season. We start out, I got 4 freshmen on varsity: Sandra Harms, Vincenzo Lupi, Alex Monaminos, and Hayden Mariani. Goals for the season. Of course, every goal is to win league. We haven't won league at Healdsburg High School since 1958. Of course, North Coast section. We haven't been to the North Coast section championship game since 2006. But we have a couple returners, Gavin Valls, Jack Dominichelli, and Sam Van Hoovel, along with the backstop, of course, Wyatt Dugan. So we're hoping to have a good year with the freshmen and sprinkle in a little bit of the juniors and seniors. We got off to a great start against Santa Elena. We beat them 10-0, which they beat us last year. So that was a good win. Justin Siena is always our biggest one. They beat us last year, but it was a great game. Santa Rosa is going to be tough. Our rival's probably Santa Elena, which we took care of them last night. But and then you throw in a little bit of St. Vincent's. But other than that, all those schools we play, it's going to be a really competitive year because between the Oak and the Redwood and Amley going up and Montgomery coming down, I'm looking forward to a good year. Every game should be close. Star players, probably Dante Cavallo. He's one of our star players. He's going to be starting at second now. Sam Van Hoovel's doing really good at short. Of course, we got Gavin Valls on the mound with Dugan behind the plate. Jack Dominichelli's injured right now, but he should be back shortly. And with the fabulous 4 freshmen we have up on varsity, we'll see the impact that they make. Come out to the games. It's fun coming to the games at Rec Park. Dress a little warm, snack bars going, but we have 16 home games this year, so I'm looking forward to seeing everybody at the games. D out.
Hi, I'm Chef Corsino. I'm advisor for Skills USA. Skills USA is a club that we've had on HHS's campus now for 4 years. We've built it from 7 students to about 45 incoming this year, and we're really looking to expand it a lot more. 4 years ago, Skills USA was started by a collaboration between myself and our administration at the time. We had some interest in students doing actual competitions and kind of getting out there and practicing some of their trade skills. Specifically then, it was culinary arts. But we saw an opportunity and we kind of just dived in and saw what Skills USA was about, got some students ready, and we got competing. Here at HHS, what Skills USA is. It's easy for people to see me in my chef coat and think culinary arts, but we're actually a lot more than that. It's over 153 competitive events in different CTE backgrounds, everything from audio to CASA construction, digital media, of course, culinary and hospitality, medical, engineering, computer design. It's all of these different things, all kind of compiled into one organization, plus it being a leadership organization as well. It's pride, it's being able to kind of test out in real world scenarios interests in the CTE fields. We have had students medal, compete. You know, we've had a lot of losses in there as well. We've got students go all the way up to the national competitions in Atlanta, represent not just Healdsburg, but California in their competitive events, and medal at a national level. So it really kind of lets a student dive into those thoughts and then those interests that they might have and really see in that very moment of like, do I maybe want to do this as a career pathway in the long run? And if they don't, that's okay as well, because in high school, this is a time to try all that stuff. If you have an interest in a trade skill, likely we probably have something that's going to be for you. Even if you have an interest in business, we have a great entrepreneurship competition where it's also team events. That's a team of 4 students get to compete together in one event, but then we also have solo things. So our chef teams that go out there, we often call them a team, but they are competing by themselves. So while they prep together and they practice together, when it comes down to the line, it's all on them. We meet every Monday. Check us out. See what we're about here. See if this is going to be something for you. Often a lot of people have an interest in some type of trade skill, whether it be something on the more complex end or something a little more on the simple, whether it's going to be a college-bound career or you're going to go directly out into the field. See if this is something you might want to do for the rest of your life here. While you can make a mistake in that. It's like doing an internship in-house. See if you like it.
Join Skills USA!
Hi, my name is Andrew Kambiak. I'm a teacher at Healdsburg High School. I teach chemistry and physics, and I wanted to get better data for the classes I teach. I had an older weather station that I bought a couple years ago that does give me the data I need, but it's not incredibly accurate. Buying something for my house was a Tempest weather station, and I liked it a lot, and I thought it'd be kind of neat to get one for the school. So I went to a website called Donors Choose, and I put in an application to see if someone outside the school would take pity on us, send us some money, and buy this device for us, and they did. So I bought a weather station for the school because it's a smart weather station. There's a phone app for it, and it puts its data up online, so it's a public feed for everybody. What I use it for primarily in my class, I'm going to use it for the pressure. I know in some of the math classes they're going to be using it to look at the data that you can get, because the nice thing is as you look at this, it'll give you several days of data right at our high school. So I'm very grateful to the donor that funded this. I'm going to be getting you a thank you letter in the future, and letting you know all the cool things we plan on using it for.
So my name is Mr. Lancaster. I teach art and ceramics here at Healdsburg High, and outside of school, I don't usually have a lot of hobbies because my artwork kind of controls my entire life. But there are a few things that I do outside. One of them is I work on a tall ship out of Sausalito. It's called the Matthew Turner, and it's a huge. It's 100 feet long, and it's a two-masted. Brigantine is the name of the boat, with cross pieces and rigging and big sails and all of that. It looks like a historical boat, and it was modeled after one, but it's actually a new build. It was finished in 2016 and quite recently, so it was commissioned by a small group of very wealthy people that were interested in boats and wanted to build one. It has a professional crew on it, but it also uses a lot of volunteers. So I'm one of the volunteer crew members. I don't go down and do it very often, but when I can. Growing up, I always loved sailing ships, and I was in the Navy, and also before getting a teaching credential, I was working out on the bay on tugboats, so I have a big background doing marine stuff. And I never imagined that I would be able to sail on a tall ship, much less work on one, but I found out about this from a friend and went and looked into it, and so I took a day off and went and spent a Wednesday just painting and sanding and doing maintenance, and then I've been out sailing on it a few times as well, including climbing way up in the rigging and helping to do sail handling and all of that, which was absolutely terrifying. But I've been forcing myself to continue to go up, and I turned 60 this year, so my goal for this year is to get all the way up to the very top of the mast, which is 100 feet off the deck. And again, it's really, really scary, but I'm kind of forcing myself to do it because it is safe. You have a safety harness and you're clipped in and all of that, so you're not going to fall, but it's still hard to be up there because the mast is swaying around and you're hanging onto a little rope. So these are very old skills that people have been using on boats for hundreds of years, but it's a modern application because this boat is pretty new. And so it's just something that it's really, really fun, it's very challenging, and there's a whole lot to learn. So as much as I don't have time to go out on it very often, I do when I can.
My name is Josh Gavin. I'm a teacher at Healdsburg High School. This is my 4th year teaching. I started with the district at the elementary level, teaching PE down there. I've been up at the high school now. This is the 4th year here, and it's been going really great. I'm the conditioning teacher as well as athletic director. This last year, we actually redid our weight room. I was able to design it myself. Students have had a lot of great impact on them, helping students stay motivated in class, working harder. We also open up the weight room 3 days a week after school, Monday, Wednesday, Fridays, and it allows our students a safe place to be and help create healthy habits that can benefit them the rest of their lives. Yeah, so Monday, Wednesday, Friday, right after school for an hour, the gym is open. Most students who come in, they just want to work on general health and fitness. So, a few are athletically motivated, so it's great to work with them, and I enjoy working with all the students who come in because they're choosing to be there on their free time, so it's a lot of fun with them. Gotta come check out the weight room, sign up for conditioning. It's a great class. You can ask Kai.
Hi, I'm Mr. Chevalier. I'm the audio-video production instructor here at Healdsburg High School. Hey, thanks for taking the time to check out our new media broadcast journalism class. You know, I probably don't have to tell you that our world is changing. What used to be reported just on television news is now really driven by the internet. And social media has had a huge impact on how news is both reported and presented to the public. This is a really cool class. We function as a production team. We do a monthly video newsletter. We do some podcasts, some other social media posts. We really are responsible for the social media for not only our school, but the entire school district. And I'll tell you what, there's no other media program that's doing that. In this class, you'll learn the different types of journalism. You'll learn how to identify news stories, and you'll learn the technology that you'll need to produce these news stories, from shooting with a camera properly and editing on state-of-the-art video editing software. And you'll do it all in an up-to-date Apple video production lab. You'll also have a lot of freedom in this class. We not only do news stories here on campus, but also around town as well. Overall, this is a really fun class. You'll learn a lot of skills that are real practical, really for any career that you go in, but especially if you're looking to go into any form of journalism. But don't just take it from me. Let's listen to the students.
In new media broadcast journalism, we take ideas and make them realities. We put them into videos and we edit them and put them out so the whole public can see.
In new media broadcast journalism, we take things that are happening around campus and we put them into informational videos that students and people in our community can watch.
My favorite part of this class is the team-like environment and the teacher.
One of our main things that we do is take really and want to highlight a lot of the activities and events that happen around campus and any cool classes or sports or really anything that somebody's interested in. We want to provide a platform and a basis for somebody to watch that.
I have a message for anyone that wants to take the class or that's thinking about it. I think you should totally go for it. It's a really fun class and the teacher's awesome.
Thanks for checking out our new media and broadcast journalism class. If you want more information, you can talk to your counselor or you can come see me directly. So thanks for watching. Hope to see you right here in our video lab doing journalism stories next year.